Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Happy New Year's, everybody. In today's late season matchup, we have two teams who have victory on their minds. It's the Texans going up against the Colts.
Thank you, Larry. We welcome you to the heart of the Hoosier State in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana, at Lucas Oil Stadium. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Houston Texans. This is Robert Turbin, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Here's Luck now on second down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
The play clock's running down. On the run, it's Robert Turbin. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Throwing on third down, Luck. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hodges. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On first down, it's Gore. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. They'll run it now with Turbin. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run. Now it's Luck. And he's
going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. They'll run with Miller. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Room to run inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Lamar Miller. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. Defense showing blitz. They'll try the air now with Watson. Setting up the screen for Miller. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. And that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. John Simon, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. go on fourth. Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on fourth, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much fourth downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on fourth down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Here's Locke. Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll run here with Turbin. Had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. To the ground, this time with Gore. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Play fake to Turbin. Now Locke. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hodges. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch a game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
They'll run for it with Turbin. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's 1st and goal. And again, it's Turbin. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
second down, here's Locke. And this is incomplete. Jalen Strong, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Locke. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Jalen Strong hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are in for 6. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, nice move. Yeah, they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. A busy final day for you coming up in the NFL. Final day of the year as well. 11 other games going on as we speak. And then coming up later this afternoon, 2 games each from the AFC West and NFC West, all kicking off at the same time. Raiders, Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos, Cardinals, Seahawks, Niners, Rams.
Loving it.
Loving it. That's it for the 2017 regular season. It'll be Happy New Year time. And Charles, you going to dust off Auld Lang Syne for us tonight?
Meet me at midnight, baby. You'll find out.
Hard pass. On second down, here's Watson. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On first down, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They run with Turbin. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now it's Luck off the bootleg. Looking deep for Hilton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Again, it's Miller. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So no update from Larry after 17 weeks. Folks are saying, let's get on with the show. So we'll oblige as we get you set for the second half kickoff. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. Take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So we've got a 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Miller. Room here to run. He finds an opening past the 40. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
On first down, it's Watson. Out to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Watson. Flush to his right. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On the toss, Turbin. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They'll run again here with Turbin. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Only 4 yards on that gain, but, you know, a lot of people would say that's like getting 9 in normal circumstances since this was 1st and 5.
Yeah, now your playbook's wide open here, 2nd and very short.
Yeah, I still don't think that you can count it in the stats that way at contract time.
No, it still goes down as 4, not 9. From the 50, it's Locke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Doyle. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Luck finding his emerging tight end Doyle for a Colt first. Time running out here on the play clock. And a hit this time to the tailback. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Locke. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They begin with a run by Miller. And he's got room. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up 1st down after 1st down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human 1st down machine? I think that fits.
They keep it with Miller on 1st down. Quick move by Miller. 20! And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Back now here on EA Sports. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. After the penalty, it's Miller. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front. But then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Throwing is Love. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They go play action here on 1st down. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down. Luck gives to his running back Gore. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football. Love. Gets it to Strong. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he finds his man, Kamar Aiken. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Play clock winding down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Robert Turbin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the 4th. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Makes it 14-10. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Watson going to give this one to Miller. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Lamar Miller. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And the Colts coming out now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Luck says let's get going as he'll hustle him to the line. He's back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
We're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow. So how many practices have we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there?
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And the wideout in motion. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. first down carry now for Miller. And he's brought down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Watson hands this to Foreman. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Second down following the run. Back to throw. Now he'll escape to his right. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. The Texans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage, as he's going to be taken down. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game.
you.